In 2001, someone buys a bare-bones work truck. No screens, no modes, just steel and simple systems. Today it is sitting at 280,000 miles, not babied, and it still starts like it has something to prove. Now compare that to a modern showroom truck, $70,000 packed with lifetime fluids and sealed components, looking like a spaceship. Yet at around 120,000 to 180,000 miles, the repair bills start showing up that make owners go quiet. So why did we go from 200,000 miles being normal to 200,000 miles being a gamble? Today we expose the lifetime parts scam, the lifetime fluid lie, the plastic cooling roulette, the efficiency engine trap, the emissions hostage system, the sealed hub service free trap, and the software locked repair conspiracy. The lifetime fluid lie starts at the heart of every modern truck, the sealed automatic transmission. Pop the hood on a 2024 pickup and you will not find a dipstick. There is no way to check the fluid, no simple drain plug, just a sealed case and a promise in the manual that the transmission fluid will last the lifetime of the vehicle. But whose definition of lifetime is this? Not the owners and definitely not the trucks. Ford's 10 or 80 transmission, found in late model F-150s, is a case study. The dealer brochure says no fluid changes needed under normal use, but buried in Technical Service Bulletin 24-2254, Ford quietly instructs technicians to perform a full fluid flush and a CDF cylinder swap if shifting gets harsh, usually between 120,000 and 170,000 miles. By then, most trucks are out of warranty. The fix is not a quick service. It is a teardown, 10 to 14 hours of labor, a $2,500 parts bill, and a total invoice that lands between $7,800 and $10,200. Owners see their trucks sidelined for days, with a repair cost that rivals a used car. Independent rebuilders see these trucks every week. One rebuilder's invoice for a 10R80 at 138,000 miles lists a full CDF cylinder swap, denied part numbers from the dealer, and a labor rate that nearly doubles the price of a pre-2010 serviceable transmission. The story is always the same. A sealed case, no way to catch early wear, and a failure that only shows up after the warranty clock runs out. The lifetime label is just a countdown to a cost cliff. And even if your transmission survives, there is another system waiting to take out your engine, quietly, and just as expensively. Under the hood of today's trucks, the old metal radiator tanks have vanished, replaced by integrated plastic cooling modules. These aren't just lighter. They are built with a silent deadline. Cooling technician Maria Gomez has watched the cycle repeat. By 100,000 miles, plastic housings develop hairline cracks, often hidden beneath a faint crust or a slow drop in coolant. Most drivers miss the warning. Air slips in, raising engine temperatures by 10 or 20 degrees. Aluminum heads begin to warp, head gaskets start to fail. In one case, a Hino L Series truck documented in Service Bulletin SB 24003 needed a head gasket replacement after a $3,200 module swap failed to catch a tiny leak. The final bill topped $4,500, not counting lost days in the shop. Invoices reveal the pattern. A $400 coolant top off can become a $3,000 engine repair if the crack goes undetected for 6 months. There is no patching these modules. The design demands a full replacement. After thousands of heat cycles, the plastic grows brittle, and quick epoxy fixes only delay the inevitable. Nearly 25% of Hino L Series trucks with these modules need a full swap before 140,000 miles, far outstripping the 2% failure rate manufacturers promised. Early signs, coolant stains, and pressure drops are easy to overlook. But once air enters the system, repairs climb into 4 figures. And just beyond the cooling system, oil-controlled engine parts wait their turn. The efficiency engine trap is buried deep inside the block, where oil isn't just a lubricant, it's the control fluid for every modern timing and efficiency gadget. Variable valve timing, cylinder deactivation, start-stop, all rely on oil pressure to fire solenoids and move cam phasers. But the oil passages feeding these parts are hair-thin. It only takes a little varnish, a bit of sludge, or a few thousand miles of ignored oil changes to start the domino effect. Engine specialist Mike Anderson lays out the evidence. A fractured cam phaser from a 2019 F-150, its plastic body split, metal debris clogging the oil pump. The customer heard a cold start tick at 78,000 miles, then a check engine light with code P0011. Diagnosis: cam phaser failure, contaminated oil, and a repair bill topping $4,200, sometimes as high as $5,600 if the debris made it to the lifters. Ford's own customer satisfaction program, 21N03, quietly capped phaser coverage at 69,999 miles. After that, it is all on the owner. The pattern repeats across brands. Standard Motor Products teardown data shows plastic-bodied variable valve timing, solenoids, and phasers wearing out before 90,000 miles, especially in trucks running long oil intervals or using the wrong viscosity. The promise of lifetime or extended oil change intervals does not hold up when the oil is now a hydraulic lifeline. Miss a change, use the wrong spec, or let contamination build, and the first warning is a soft rattle or a brief misfire. The second warning is a $4,000 invoice and a truck that will not see 200,000 miles without major surgery. This scam is subtle. What sounds like efficiency is really a bet against the owner's attention. The next chapter, where electronics become the gatekeepers, makes that bet even harder to win. The emissions hostage system is the silent gatekeeper that can turn a $70,000 truck into a driveway ornament before it even hits 150,000 miles. Modern diesels rely on a chain of after-treatment hardware, EGR valves, DPF filters, and SCR and DEF tanks, each one loaded with sensors and software, each one tuned for perfect lab conditions, not real-world driving. The pitch is simple: cleaner air, less maintenance, and a dashboard that is always in the green. But the reality for owners is a lot messier. After-treatment specialist Lena Cho unrolls a suit load graph from a 2020 Chevrolet LCF. The line climbs steadily with every short trip, every cold start, every idling lunch break. Regeneration cycles, the self-cleaning burns that keep the DPF clear, require 20 minutes of steady highway speed. Miss a regen, and soot piles up. The first sign is a dash warning. The second is a forced limp mode. Ignore it, and the dealer invoice lands between $4,800 and $6,200 for a new DPF filter. Chevrolet's own bulletin shows 12% of LCF trucks need this before 150,000 miles. There is no shortcut. City fleets and short-haul drivers get trapped in a loop, interrupted regions, rising soot, and a filter that is too clogged to save. The system is designed to meet EPA tests, not the stop-and-go grind of delivery routes or construction sites. Owners are left with a choice: pay for a new filter or park the truck. And all of it is locked behind electronic controls that only a dealer can reset. The emissions hostage system does not just punish neglect, it punishes real-world use. Just beyond this electronic barrier, sealed hubs and service-free suspensions are waiting to turn a simple bearing job into a four-figure part swap. Sealed hub service-free trap is the next stop on the cost escalator. On paper, these integrated hub assemblies are supposed to be a breakthrough. No more greasy bearing packs, no more annual repacks or messy seals. But the trade-off is brutal. Where an old work truck could get by with a $40 set of bearings and an hour of labor, the modern sealed hub turns a routine job into a full module swap, with the ABS ring and sensor baked in. There is no way to press out a worn bearing or replace a failed sensor. When the first hint of a low hum or a faint ABS warning pops up around 130,000 miles, the only fix is a new assembly, between $1,100 and $1,500 per corner, parts and labor. GM Service Update N222367650 spells it out. No rebuild, just replace. Fleet manager Susan Lee's spreadsheet tells the story in hard numbers. Her 42 truck roster saw repair costs jump 27% after 2018, with hub failures landing in the 125,000 to 150,000 mile window. Each time the bill lands like a punch, 4 figures per axle, multiplied across an entire fleet. What used to be a Saturday shop job now means downtime, dealer parts, and a mounting pile of invoices. And just beyond these sealed modules, another barrier waits: the software lockout that can total a truck even when every mechanical part is still strong. Software-locked repair conspiracy is where the last illusion of owner control vanishes. Modern trucks now come with modules that are not just electronic, they are encrypted, paired, and locked to the vehicle identification number. Swap a failed anti-lock braking system controller, transmission module, or power takeoff control box, and the truck will not start until a dealer codes the new part. This is not about theft prevention or safety. It is about locking out independent shops and funneling every repair through the dealer service bay. UI Bulletin number 160B spells it out: sealed connectors, dealer-only programming, and no access for anyone else. General Motors Bulletin 20NA038 takes it further, disabling features and software even when the hardware is present. The coding fee alone runs $600 to $1,200, not counting the new module. For many owners, the first sign is a truck that will not crank after a battery swap or module replacement. The dealer invoice lists pairing and relearn, and if the module cannot be coded, the truck is dead. One missed software handshake, one unavailable part, and a perfectly healthy engine is now a total loss. Right to repair petitions stack up, but out in the real world, owners are left with a $70,000 truck that is bricked by a password. The mechanical parts are fine, but the software barrier is absolute. The only way around it is a tow to the dealer, a blank check, and a hope that the next update does not lock you out for good. Right now, every sealed module and unserviceable part makes ownership a gamble, not an investment. As manufacturers double down on lifetime claims, the real cost lands on drivers, one hidden failure at a time. The future of reliable work trucks is still up for grabs. Share your story below.